Ever since ChatGPT's release in late 2022, AI has become a global phenomenon that much of the world relies on daily. And just last week, Time Magazine announced AI architects as its Persons of the Year. The technology will only accelerate from here, with Elon Musk saying AI could make work optional and end work altogether within 5 to 10 years. Geoff Clauss joins me now. He is Chief Revenue Officer for Boosted AI. Geoff, good morning. Thanks for being here. So talk to us about the shift from large language models, which is sort of the origin in public use cases for AI, to the new shiny thing we've been talking about for a while now, Agentic AI.
Good morning. It's great to be here, and happy holidays to you and all the viewers out there. That's a great question. You kind of sparked me with Elon Musk's comment. I can't imagine not working. What would we do with ourselves? You know, the idea of agentic AI today, I often think about this in terms of employees. When I hire a good employee, I hire someone who does what I ask them to do. When I hire a great employee, they are doing things before I can think about it or ask it. And that's what agentic AI is for us today. We used to build models, we build algorithms, and we had trading platforms that would go out and build a trade the way we asked it to. Look at this and do that. And that's generative AI. Generative AI can actually build a model, it can build a portfolio, it can do something we've asked it to do based on a number or a series of inputs. But agentic goes one step further. And what agentic is doing for us today is it's actually allowing the machine to think one step ahead of where we are or what we're trying to achieve. We've built Boosted here, we've built models that are actually recommending ideas or thoughts to our users. People go on there and the system gets to know them and understand who they are, how they trade, how they behave, the type of research they're interested in, and it will see a movement overnight or through the weekend and say, hey, have you thought about this? Are you interested in that type of model? Have you thought about viewing the data in this manner? And all of this is in a way to help people be better at what they're doing. And I don't think the idea is to make it so they don't have to work, but to make work a lot more fun.
Geoff, how are you thinking about things like voice, even conversational interaction with the AI chatbots?
Voice is another area. I think it's funny. I'll own this myself. I've debated to no end with our product team and our folks about the value of voice, and they won. And I got to tell you, I realized after the fact, voice is critically important. I spend more time communicating with my LMs via voice than I do via text these days. Think about driving, working while you're on the road. Just from a safety perspective, voice has become critically important. We have LMs that can actually read through your portfolios, understand the research you're doing, and actually create its own podcast for you while you're driving to work in the morning. But more importantly, while that's occurring, I can interrupt that podcast and say, wait, tell me more about this, or factor in what's happening in the Middle East, or factor in the concept that there will actually be peace in Russia. And that will immediately look back at my portfolio and my prompts and say, oh, well, now we're going to rebuild that research, assuming that these factors change. How would we think about the world differently? I can't do that in a 2-hour drive without voice.
Geoff, what are real advisor workflows, and what are the important parts of that conversation you think viewers should be paying more attention to?
Yeah, Boosted began as an institutional grade platform for asset managers. And when you start by solving some of the most challenging problems, you can very quickly build your platform and help that platform roll into other workflows. The advisor workflows are quite simple, and what we're trying to achieve at Boosted is to solve problems across the entire investment spectrum. We solve for institutional investors by providing our alpha platform where they may be doing deep search or web scraping to create models for understanding something. Like, I actually saw someone the other day who was looking at flu cases across the US, and they're pulling different data from state websites on registered flu cases. And then they're cross-referencing that with data from Moderna and Pfizer to figure out their investments. When we get into the advisory side, the advisors are using it for client servicing issues. Look at my portfolios, factor in these 3 or 4 different macroeconomic events that are occurring or areas that I've been thinking about politically, and help me understand a commentary that I can communicate to my clients. When I have 1,000 or even 10,000 clients, it's very difficult to create a very personalized commentary, but using machines, And factoring in, here's the things I'm generally thinking about. Look at the portfolio construction I've created and help me write that. It does that very easily. And last but certainly not least is the retail investors. We're solving problems for retail investors every day, generally via their direct brokerage firms. We're providing chat services. We're providing deep search agents that help with earnings workflows. There are tens of millions of active traders out there who are not professionals per se, but individuals in the retail space who are actively trading, and having access to professional grade research is becoming more and more relevant and important to them.
Geoff, before we wrap things up here, take us through your vision a little bit, the ways with which AI will be, you think maybe, just maybe, the advisor of the future.
Yeah, let's pull full circle to what you said earlier, Elon Musk's statement of you may not. I think the AI will make our jobs a lot more fun. It will take a lot of the meaningless tasks off of our plate. But I do believe that we are all going to still have jobs, and we're all going to still be adding value. There's some things that AI will never replace. There are physical activities in the world that we can't replace. I can tell you in my own world, dinner with a key client is very important. I was in New York last week for 3 separate dinners. If I could have fit 8 dinners in there, it would be fantastic, but there's only 5 work days. AI, what it does for me is it allows me to offload a lot of meaningless tasks. In my world, I'm a technology executive. I utilize AI in every way possible. There are companies out there that are doing things I didn't even think imaginable that take the human element of just doing a job out, but allow me to focus on something that I'm passionate about. I think that's where the vision of AI is going to go. With regards to our product specifically, I'll keep some of that under the cuff and we'll surprise you in the new year.
All right, then we look forward to those conversations and much more. Geoff Clauss, Chief Revenue Officer for Boosted AI. Geoff, thank you.
Take care.